Alrighty, so we are going to be playing the King's Abbey solo, and I've got this set up as best as I can because there's a lot of stuff going on this. I do want to mention, this is my first gameplay video of this, my first time playing it, so you're going to bear with me. We're going to be learning the rules together as we go. So I have the game currently set up, and I've used the quick play rules, which will hopefully make it quicker, and also a little bit more simple, a little bit more easy, I guess the word would be. I'm playing as blue. Over here is going to be my Abbey. This is where I'm going to be keeping track of all my stuff. I have coins, and wood, and grain, and stone, and sand. And I've started the building with a starting building, but as per the quick play rules, I also start with another building, so my defense goes up by 1, because I have this, and that's one of the starting buildings, because you're going to need defense to protect you from, I believe, Vikings, which are going to be attacking us later on in the game. So my defense starts at 3 as per the quick play, and so now it's at 4. I also built this guy right here because as per the quick play rules, you get to build a free building out of the builder's marker, which is over here. And I'll explain why there's red dice over there in a second, but this one is going to allow me to gain 1 extra die. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. 1 extra die to be used the rest of the game. So once I get a meeple on there, we should be good to go with that. So, we got it set up. I really don't know what to expect here. I've read the rule booklets twice now in 2 different sittings, and we're going to go through it as we play. We are going to play with a Elias, who is the red die right here, because that's how you do the solo version of the game. And what he's going to be doing is he's going to be potentially blocking us from taking initiative, which he actually did this turn because he rolled a 1. He's going to be blocking the bonus over here at the grain, and then he also is going to be blocking these 2 cards right here, and we're going to roll those each round. In addition, he has 6 dice up here, which we can use to fight Vikings, which is good. But we can only use those dice once, so we have to really kind of pick and choose when we use them. So without further ado, let's get in the gameplay, because both of us probably have no idea what's going on at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do, phase 1, is I'm going to roll the dice. Your dice represent the monks that are recruiting peasants, training clergy, and doing all sorts of good stuff. So I start the game out with 9 dice. Let's roll them up, see what we got. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So boom, we did that. Phase 1 complete. Next, we're going to draw an event card. And I got to mention this. This is pretty cool. There are tons and tons of event cards that we are not even using. We're only using 7 right now. So the first event is Year of Plenty. Each player receives 4 coins. Hey, that sounds pretty good. I can dig that. So we're going to take 4 coins over here from the market. Put it on, you know what, actually we're going to take a 5, and we're going to put back a 1. So we're now up to $8. And oh man, I got to move some stuff so you can see it. I'll do that in a second. So, we have successfully done that. Draw event card. The starting player draws the event card, reads aloud, and we do whatever it says. This is all about Vikings, which I'm pretty sure we are going to have to read about later. But now, phase 3, the Abbey and Crusade dice placement. So, in this phase, all players put their monks to task by placing dice on their player board and Crusade cards. During this phase, players will choose how many dice to use for recruiting peasants, clergy training, defending their abbey, and crusading. So, the things we're going to be able to do is recruiting peasants, which is right up here. And if we have 1s, 2s, and 3s, we can put peasants into our pews. Those the pews were the pews. So yeah, sure, we'll do that. Let's put, say, how about we just take these 3, 1, 2, 2, and we'll put these guys in our pews. Sound good? Sounds good. We don't know what we're doing yet. Hopefully we'll figure it out later. So now we got 3 more people going to church. Good for you. Good for you, buddy. So we now have 6 people in our church. For example, the blue player wants to use the 2, 3s. So, we could also do clergy training. This is clergy training over here, and as you can guess, it's going to cost us 4, 5s, or 6s to use up to 3 dice per round to train clergy. There are 5 levels of clergy training. You go from postulant to beacon to priest to bishop to cardinal. So we start right here as a postulant, which means we're actually at the highest level of postulant, because this is part of the quick play rules. So we're going to go down, and we're immediately going to become a deacon, which is good, and we'll also gain a special ability, I guess. So, when the beginning of the game, your first move would be placing the trade. So, do we want to do that? Sure, let's do it. How about we go ahead and we'll put 2 here. Put a 4 and a 5, so we go boom, boom, and we also get to do that special ability. So let's see what that special ability is. 2 4s. So, it says +2 Smeeples. So where would that be? Oh, here we go. So the postulant level, player receives 2 extra peasant moves for the rest of the game. I don't know what that means, but that sounds good. Hey, 2 extra peasant moves for the rest of the game. So we'll probably get to that when we get to the peasant move phase. But now we have 2 extra peasant moves. Hurrah! So, what can we do with our dice? We still have 4 dice left over. We're going to be able to recruit peasants, which we did. Clergy training, which we did. Defending their abbey, and crusading. Oh yeah, because we have a crusading card, which I should probably put up here so everyone can see it. But we have a crusading card. We need a 4. We actually don't have a 4, which kind of stinks. So, crusade cards. Each player's crusade cards represent a crusade that the monks and peasants from their abbey are currently on. Where players are placed. How many dice? So we can take the dice and place them on their crusade cards. To begin a crusade, take a peasant from the pews or baptistry and place it on one of the 2 spaces with the black people. Yeah, sure. Hey, buddy, you're going on a crusade. There you go. Have some fun. So those 2 guys are now on a crusade. So he is stuck there until the crusade is completed. Then place any die value on one of the squares. Any other placed must match the current. Oh, so any other die placed this round or rounds thereafter must match the current die or dice value of the other dice on that card. Oh, so we need 4s. Holy moly. Let me make sure I'm reading that again. Yeah. No. We don't need 4s. That's actually, I think, victory points we get. So, okay. So, yeah. So that's how many prestige we get. So that actually works out really well because we have 3 3s. So we can just go biggity, biggity, boom. I think did we complete that? When all squares have been filled with dice, the crusade is considered completed. After a crusade is completed, and during phase 11, which we'll get to later, the player will collect the reward, but not the prestige. So we get the prestige at the end of the game, but since we're playing by ourselves, I think we can collect it now. Because I feel like that's hidden information or something. Oh, Ticket to Ride-esque rules, because if we don't complete a crusade, we actually lose the points. Okay. Helping other players complete a crusade, we don't need to know about that. We still have 1 die left. What do we do with that? Do we just eat that die? You know what? I feel like we should just, since we got this extra die, let's just go ahead and put it right there. And now we are, so now we are at the very top level of the Deacon. So, we move on to Phase 4, Purchasing Buildings. Beginning with the starting player, players take turns in clockwise order, passing or selecting 1 building card at a time and paying the purchase costs. Players do more run of purchasing. Oh, and you can purchase as many cards as you like. How much the building cost? So, the cost is up here in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, that's the cost right here, excuse me. So, this one will cost 1, that one will cost 2. But you're also going to need to pay the resources on it. So pay this right here to actually build it. So to purchase, I guess, the blueprints, you're going to have to pay the coins, but then you're going to need the resources to build it. I think that's how that's going to work. It's on in slow motion. Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't recording in slow motion. When a building card is purchased, the player immediately takes the reward located on the bottom right of the building card. Oh, when the card is then placed in the player's personal supply to be later built when they can afford. Players may only build 7 total buildings. Oh yeah, so you are restricted. Players that have purchased the remodel card may build 2 more buildings. And these are the remodel cards, in case you are curious. So I can slide that over there. So yeah, do I want to buy something? Do we want to buy something? Yeah, let's see. This one is going to cost us 1. This allows us to gain 1 defense. I don't really want too much defense. What's this guy? A brewery. I like the sound of that. This one's going to cost us 2. Collect 1 extra coin for each working peasant. Hey, I could dig that. Let's see what else. The garden. Gain 1 grain for every 3 grain during gardening. So, you know what? We're going to get a brewery. So we will pay our 2 coins to the market. That is not built yet. So pay our 2 coins. Boom. And I guess we gain the ability on the... Or we gain the bonus on the bottom right hand. So I guess we would gain 4 coins? That seems kind of weird. Let me make sure I read that correctly. Once a player... The coins picked in the middle of the bottom row. The coin picks in the middle of the building rows show how much the building costs to the right and to the left of the coins. Once a player has passed, when a building card is purchased, the player immediately takes the reward located on the bottom right of the building card. Huh. So I guess I gained 4 coins. So I spend 4 coins and I gain 2 coins. That's kind of weird. So whatever. So we'll take a 5. And we will put back a 1, and that was actually a pretty lucrative deal right there. So, now, what do we do? Resource and initiative selection, phase 5. Beginning with players that hold the starting player, aka Elias, who is our buddy we're playing with over there. You may only choose 1 resource. Begin placing die on initiative and resource spots. Oops! Oh, we weren't supposed to play all of our die. Well, we learned a valuable lesson this turn. You may only choose 1 resource over initiative spot at a time. The play then proceeds in clockwise orders. There are 4 different resources that you may collect. So how this works. Time. Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure how this works is if I were to put a 6 on grain, I would get 2 grain because grain costs 3. Likewise, if I put a 6 on a stone, I would get a 6 on wood, I would get 3 wood because wood costs 2. If I put a 6 on white, I would only get 1 white. And it says you don't get any change unless you purchase a special building that would give you change. So yeah, live and learn. We probably didn't make the best choice, but hey, we'll see how this works out. We'll see how it shakes out. So, resources, 4 different resources, 5 empty squares, 1 dash for each player color. So, players move 1 die at a time. Also, the bonus square. So the bonus squares will allow you to place 2 dice and potentially get more goods. So this round, Elias is blocking this one, so we couldn't get extra grain, but as you saw, we didn't realize that was a thing. So, whoops-a-daisy. So, resource spots, initiative. Dice can also be used to take initiative and become the starting player. In phase 5, players may place 1 of their dice on the main board to become the first player. Okay, so he blocked the initiative because he rolled a 1, Elias did, and yeah. So, moving on to phase 6. We're halfway through one round. So, move peasants. Each player gets 1 peasant move at the beginning of the game. In this phase, you may move a peasant or peasants 1 space plus any bonus spaces to the right toward the altar, trying to get them into the front row. There must be an empty space to the right of a peasant in order to move it. If any of your peasants reach the front row, you may move them directly into the baptistery, which I don't know what a baptistery is. Oh, down here. This is a baptistery. So you're baptizing them? I guess the more religious they get, the more baptized you get. I don't know. 1 peasant move means that you may move only 1 peasant 1 space. So when you receive your first clergy bonus, reading the... Oh, so that's it. So now I get to move... 2 peasants. Okay, so that makes sense. I get to move 2 peasants instead of 1 peasant. So that doesn't mean you can move 3 peasants. So I can't move 2 peasants 2 spaces. I can move 1 peasant 2 spaces or 2 peasants 1 space. Having peasants in the baptistry is the only way a player may activate their buildings that have been built that need a baptized peasants. Oh, that's important. Yeah, because we really want to get that monk's quarter going because that's going to give us an extra die for the rest of the game. So yeah, I feel like the obvious move on this one is to go bloop, bloop, and move that guy here because now he's almost to the baptistery. The baptistery. Sounds like delicious chicken. Okay. We also can put archers in buildings, blah, blah, blah. So build. So during this phase, we're down to the next 7th phase. It's going pretty quick. During this phase, you may now build the different buildings, towers, altars, and walls of your abbey and train archers. Players will all do this simultaneously, but calling out what they are building and the resources they are paying to construction. If you do not have enough resources to pay for what you're doing, remember, you may use your 2 trades per round to get the resources needed. And yes, I haven't even touched on trading. So I have 2 trading tokens, which I really should put over here instead. So there's 2 trading tokens you can do each round. And the trading involves this stuff down here. So you're going to be able to trade resources for resources. So I could trade 10 coins for 2 sand, or I could trade 1 sand for 2 wood, or I could trade 1 rock for 2 wood, or 1 grain for 3 coins, or any combination of both. And you get to do that twice per round, I do believe it is. So this is a very forgiving game, worker placement game in that aspect. So let's see. Do we want to build our brewery? Collect 1 extra coin for each working peasant. I don't know if that's really... Can we build it right now? Actually, we could build it right now. Almost. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we should do it. Well, how about we hold on to our cash? Let's hold on to our money for right now. I don't think we're going to build anything because we still have to get the monk's quarter, and it's going to take us a while to get to the baptistery. So, you know what? I think we're just going to chill right now. So, we're not going to build anything. To construct a building, you must have the current building in your personal supply that you purchased in Phase 4. Simply pay the resources and coins listed on the building card. This one doesn't have any coins on it. Ooh, am I missing something? Nope. I think we're good. Move your prestige checker accordingly, so we gain prestige for doing that. And that's why we're already up to 11, because we start at 5. And then since we built this with the quick play rules, we had 6. So we're up to 11. If there are no more legal space to build, you may not construct any more buildings. You can also take a... and if we fill up all 7, we can take a remodel card and we build it immediately. And so these are remodel cards, and they cost you that to build them. They give you prestige points, and they open up more different things you can do. So now we get to the gardening, farming, feeding. Oh God, we have to feed people? Oh no! If a player has a garden built with a working peasant, they may collect 1 grain for... Yeah, we don't have a garden. We decided to get the brewery instead because that's just what I do. We don't have a dairy farm. We don't have a sheep farm because there are dairies and there's sheep and cows. And all right, continue. Feeding. Players feed their peasants by returning grain resources token to the field resource spot. Every player must pay 1 grain for each level of peasant population in their abbey. So we assume we have 2, 4, 5 peasants I'm seeing here that we need to feed. There are 3 levels, 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and 9 plus. Each player must pay 1 grain for 1 through 4 peasants, 2 grain for 5 through 8, and 3. Also, you can feed them sheep, you can feed them cows. Oh, when feeding peasants, do not count the clergy training marker, because apparently they don't need to eat. Okay, so we're going to go revisionist history on this. I normally don't like to do this, but I feel like this is something that kind of blindsided us. Actually, oh, these guys are in our hand too. Oh, those are starting hands, so we could have built other things. Yeah, we have all these cards to potentially build. Oh, man. Crappity crap. Do we want to build any of this? Reroll 2. Well, no, because we still... no, because we still need to have people in the baptistry to do it, so we're not going to do that. But we are going to go revisionist history. We're going to flip over a trade token, and I think we're going to trade... we're going to trade 6 coins, so we'll get 4 back, because we are... Normally you don't get your money back, but since I actually have a 10, I'm just breaking into that. We're going to say 6 coins, and we're going to get 2 grain, and then we're going to turn around, and we are going to... Oh, man, we have to pay 2 grain for 5 people, so we're going to pay our 2 grain. Boom, boom, boom. We got to feed our people, because it's the Euro game. You know how that goes. And then we will continue onward. So we fed everybody. Everybody's cool. Hopefully we won't have to learn about the bad effects that if you don't feed people. But if we do, oh yeah, if a player has 8 peasants and has no grain, he will lose 2 peasants from his abbey and 4 prestige. So yeah, you're gonna lose some stuff. So 9, combat darkness, move darkness. Players must have enough defense to combat the darkness level of each round. Ooh, good thing we just happen to have 3. Says the darkness is right here, so we have 3. and we're going to move it up 1. I believe that's how it works. Players unable to gain enough defense in a round to exceed or match the current darkness level, they receive a loss, and they lose peasants and bad stuff. So, collect income. Each player earns coins for the peasants in their pews, baptistry buildings, and towers. Baptistry buildings and towers. So we would gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins. So coins are pretty easy to come by in this game. So we don't get any money for our peasants that are on the crusade, but 5 coins. Boom. Now, one thing I do want to go back and check real quick. Are we allowed to send we could send people from the pews to that. We did that. Okay, never mind. Collect income. Collect crusade rewards and purchase new crusades. Okay, so then we're reset, and then we're done with the first round. So after all players have collected crusade rewards or completed crusades, players turn... So what did we earn? We earned a green thing. So we earned a grain, I think. Yeah, we earned a grain. Oh, that was right there, I think. Yeah. So we earned a grain. Woohoo! And we also earned the Covenant Table of Stone. Whoa, is this the expansion? No, I feel like this is an expansion. I guess we're just throwing it in there. We're going crazy. So I believe we get our dice back. We get our dudes back. I don't know if they go back to the pews. Let me read. Let's figure out what that Covenant Temple of Stone. All right. Players turn over completed crusade to keep the prestige hidden and be scored at the end of the game. But since we're playing a solo game, we're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to give ourselves the 4 points now. Players may now purchase new crusades in player order. Player must pay 1 coin and draw the top card from the crusade pile and keep it after drawn. So yeah, we'll get a new crusade. Seems like a nice thing to do. And crusade cards, where are the crusade cards? Yeah, so boom, we got a new crusade. Hooray. And then what do we do? No player may have more than 2 crusade cards at one time, and players may discard uncompleted crusades. If players have made a deal to split the do not score the prestige. Because yeah, actually what you can do is you can help other people with crusades. But obviously in a solo game, not going to happen. Phase 12, reset. The player who placed their die on the initiative spot now collects the starting player meeple, so Elias still has it. If no one placed a die... Players collect all dice from their player boards, completed crusade Viking cards, and on the main board. All peasants from Viking cards are placed back... What? Oh, Viking cards are placed back in the game box. So if you have to send Vikings... if you send your meeples to fight the Vikings, they're done. Then draw as many cards needed to make sure there are 4 cards revealed in each column. So yes. Boom. Oh, so that's disappointing. So these don't actually go away. I have to purchase a cloister... oh my gosh, I didn't shuffle these very well because they're kind of difficult to shuffle because of these little tiny mini cards. So collect players all dice. Then draws. Oh, this is good to know. At this time, players must check to see if they have more than 3 of any resource. If they do, they must either trade it in or lose it. Wow. Okay, so therefore you may not have as many coins as. Remember, coins are not resources, so you can have as many coins as you want. This is the final round, then go directly to game scoring. If it's not, then we... Yeah, so let's see what this Covenant Table of Stone does. This guy right here. So we have a Covenant Table of Stone, the Relic's special abilities. Maybe discard to eliminate 1 resource needed from a building or tower card when building it. Okay, okay. So we have this thing, and it gives us +1. Essentially, it's just a wild. And I don't know where I put it. Oh, crummy. Where did that go? It'll turn up. It's somewhere around here. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I do also want to mention that I have 2 things right here. I have a wheelbarrow, and I have a bag, which I have not used yet. And I want to show you what those do. So we'll go back to phase 1, and now this really should start picking up. Now that we got a good idea of what we're going to be doing, because it seems like a pretty simple worker placement. So, just to refresh, trade tokens, you'd use them twice per round. Wagons, if a player's a wagon, they use it 1 time, and it gives you 1 extra resource from a spot, as long as you're there. So that's pretty useful, but that's 1 time and you discard it. Tool bags, they use it 1 time during each round. Oh, and that lets you modify, add 1 to a pip of a die. So that is super useful. Now, hopefully we can just now use, where is it? Oh, here it is. The handy dandy little cheat card, which I probably should have took out of there, which is going to go through the phases. Yeah, and I like the fact that these are big tarot cards. Sometimes games, when they have like complex rules like this, they don't want to make cheat sheet cards because there's so much going on. I like the fact they include this. So let's, we're on phase 2. So we roll our dice. Pretty simple. Pick up all our dice, roll our dice, and let's see what happens. Oh, we also need to roll this guy's dice because that is important. So we're going to roll for the building phase first. He is not blocking anything with a 6. He blocks these, so these are gone. We cannot purchase those. We're going to roll for down here now. He is going to be blocking the bonus here, and I think since he rolled another 2, it doesn't do anything. So we can't get a bonus on wood. So Elias has taken his turn. Let's see what we got going on. We got a lot of stuff going on. So we've rolled the dice. We draw our event card. Let's see what the event is this time. Vikings! Oh, we have to go back to the rule booklet. So we have Vikings. We're going to be dealing with 1 to 5 players. So these are... Ooh, let's put that there. Let's figure out how these Vikings work, because we're going to be having to face them 3 times in the game. And I've read it a couple times, but it's just, you know. Okay. Vikings cards are very different. These cards represent Vikings attacking each player's Abbey. Oh no, don't attack my Abbey. Players will work together to hopefully defeat the Vikings. When a Vikings card is drawn, the last player takes as many black dice as there are players and rolls them. So we need some black dice. Yeah. I thought it was kind of odd that there were black dice in here when there wasn't black anything else, but now that makes sense. So there are 2 players playing, I think? Ooh, because Elias is helping me fight the Vikings, so I suppose he is in this game, technically. What a Viking rolls them. So, 1 and a 6. He or she then takes the dice and places them in value order, beginning at the top of the purple square and with the highest value first, filling them in top to bottom. So, 6, 1. Bingo. Then beginning with the starting player, who is Elias, because he has the cool little thing. Take one of their dice that matches the first black die on the top of the column, or lose a peasant. Each player has only 1 turn to place a die or dice. So, so he does not have a 6, so he is going to have to put his peasant right here, which stinks for him. Take one of the dice, match the first black die on top of the column. Each player only has 1 turn to place a die or dice. The example on the left is from a game with 4 players. Then the current player may continue to place more dice as long as they have a dice that matches. Once the die is placed, they receive +1 prestige immediately. When placing a die that matches the value of the black die, they place that die directly across from the die they are attacking. Once the die is placed, they receive +1 prestige immediately, and the current player may continue to place more dice as long as they have a die that matches the next one down on the column. This means the starting player could in fact defeat all Vikings by themselves. As the beginning of the player turns, if they do not have a die matching the next one down, then they have to play a peasant, which is bad. So we're not going to read the bad stuff that happens because it's not going to affect us right now because I do have 1s. Each die placed +1, no die placed. Most dice placed +3. So, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go like that, which means I'm pretty sure I gain 1 prestige. But I also don't get that dice back this round. And that's it. So they have been successfully completed. This goes out of the game, though, which is unfortunate because Elias is going to be a little bit weaker. And I don't get this back until next round. So we'll set this over to the side right here. So we fought our first Vikings. There you go. Hopefully we did that correctly. I'm going to read through it one more time just to make sure we did that absolutely correct. I've lost the players. Yeah, okay. So there we go. So, bingo. So now, phase 3, Abbey and Crusade dice placement. We know this. We know this works. Because then we're going to also do the resource and purchase building cards, and we might want to save our dice. So let's see what we want to do this round. So we're definitely going to want to get this guy into the Blastafairy, but that's free. We can do that. It'd be nice to include our defense. So what do we got? We got low numbers, pretty low numbers. What do we need to build? Because we have all these buildings that we could potentially build right here. Breweries, collect 1 extra coin for each working peasant. That seems like that's pretty good. Yeah, so let's see if we can focus on getting a brewery built. Actually, let's see. Gain 1 defense when priest training is complete. Gain 1 defense with trained archer. Gain 1 defense with trained archer. Gain 1 defense with trained archer. I don't feel like we really have to worry about any defense at the moment. We're at 4, so we won't have to worry about it until reroll 2 dice. That's pretty good. Yeah, I feel like we should focus on the brewery. So we are going to need to. Obviously, I feel like we should get. So we can only do 2 dice over here because we only have 2 spots in our pew right there. So pew, pew. Put 2 people into the pew. I feel like we should do some training. So 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's going to leave us. Ugh, we got no money for anything. Oh, we can't even do that. So 4, 5. So we'll go boom, boom, which means we gain 1 extra defense. So that's good. We could use our bag. We'll save our bag for right now because we have the bag. All right, so that's what we did on that. So now we go to the purchase cards phase, and let's see what we got up here. We got a blacksmith. Plus or minus a pip on 1 die used for crusades each round. Oh, yeah, because we got the crusades. We totally spaced on the crusades. So we could also... Can we complete anything? Yeah, we could. We can complete... Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to take 2 guys out of the pews, and we'll do this one and this one, I suppose. Go boo, boo. And then we're going to... That's just lucky enough. We got a 2, a 2, a 2. So we have completed that crusade. So that's pretty rocking. That actually doesn't need to be there. And we still need 1 grain... we're gonna have to have 2 grains to feed our people, but we got plenty of money, so we'll be able to trade for cash. So yeah, I feel like oh, this is gonna give us 2 wood. Holy moly, this is gonna give us 2 wood if we do it. So yeah, I feel like we should purchase the blacksmith. It's only 1 coin, so that's a pretty good purchase. So we'll purchase 1 coin, and then we immediately get 2 wood for some bizarre reason. I don't quite understand why you get the stuff right now, but hey, that's what it said in the rules. So that puts us at 3, which we're good. Then we are going to be doing the resource and initiative phase. So, yeah. Resource and initiative. So we have a 3 left. That's all we have, and we need to get... We want to get the blacksmith down. Oh, actually, we want to get the brewery down. We need to get 2 wood, 1 grain, and 1 of those, and we really don't need that. So maybe we'll just use this. Yeah, we'll turn this into a 4. We'll use our little knapsack. Boop, 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 boop. And we will turn this into a 4, and we will collect 1 of these stones. And now we got 2 stones, so pretty cool. So now we are going to move our peasants, and we can move 2 peasants one day. So we're gonna put this guy in the baptistery. And let me remember how we do this. Move peasants. I don't remember if you can immediately move it from the baptistery automatically down to the what is it? The building, or if you have to take turns to do that. So let's see. Move peasants. So this is a free move. Okay, sweet. So that is a free move. So we'll also move this guy forward. No, we'll move this guy forward 1. So he moves forward 1, and that's all she wrote. So, oh yeah, we're going to move this guy down to the monk's quarter, which means we don't collect anything. Gain 1 extra die to be used the rest of the game. So we get 1 extra die, which we could start using the rest of the game. I think that's all we do. So we gain the special ability. We already gained the experience points, which normally we wouldn't do, but since this was part of the starting setup, we did that. So yes, we are good. We've done our monk's quarter. We've spent all our dice. We've moved all our peasants. Now we have an opportunity to build. Can we build it? Yes, we can. So let's see. We do the blacksmith. I say we do the brewery. It's going to give us some extra money, so we will do that. We will spend 2 wood. We'll spend a grain. Then we'll spend a glass or sand or whatever the hell that is. And collect, we can't do anything, but we gain the 2 points right now. Boom, boom. So we got 2 points. And once we activate it, we will be able to collect 1 extra coin for each peasant, which will be some good coins the rest of the game. And build. I don't think we really build anything, or if we really want to build anything. Gardening, farming, feeding. This is where we're going to need to trade to get some grain. So we will go ahead and flip our little thing over, and we will trade 6 coins. That's a lot of coins. Yeah, for 2 grain, because we're going to need it. So we have that. We only have 1 coin left, but we have 5 workers here, which means we're going to have to pay now 2 grain to feed them. So, wah. And move on to the next phase. Combat darkness / move darkness. We beat the darkness. Haha. And so now it is at 4 for the next round. Collect income, because we get income for every person working. So we have 5 people here. So, oh yeah, we still got some cash. And then collect crusade rewards, purchase new crusades, which we will definitely. So we collect this. All these dice go back to us. These meeple go back over here. We are going to gain 1 grain, which is good because we really need grain. And we also get to move up 1 on the track. Hooray! This guy goes away. We collect the 4 points because normally this would be hidden, but 1, 2, 3, 4. We're playing by ourselves, so it doesn't need to be hidden. And then we will purchase a new crusade. So, new crusade, and ooh, that one is going to cost us 4, but we get a new bag. Pretty sweet. Okay, so that's it. New crusades. We reset the board and rinse, wash, and repeat. So, let's see. Gonna get some new buildings. I'm assuming this goes here, maybe. Not quite sure how that works. Got this guy going here, this guy going here. I'm sure it probably goes down, and if I messed that up, somebody correct me if you know. So, moving on to the next phase, and let's roll for down here first. They do take the initiative from us, which means, I moved the initiative resource pile. Yeah, because if you do take the initiative, in addition to going first, you also get a good, which we have not been doing, which could be good. So this one is not doing anything, so that's pretty good. We're going to be able to collect bonuses, and boop, these guys are gone. So if we're buying a building, it's going to be a little bit expensive. That stinks. I kind of wanted that stable. Whoa, actually, yeah, I kind of wanted that stable. So there we go. Now we roll our dice. We now are starting with 10 dice. Boom, 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 boom. We got a lot of dice going on right here. And we'll see what happens. Gain 1 extra. Yeah, so let's make sure I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Let's go. Boom. So, what do we want to do here? Obviously, got to get these people moving. We got to get these people moving. So that's putting people in the pews. So I'll put 2 people in the pews because that's all the room we have is put 2 people in the pews. What is this altar thing? I don't even understand the altar thing. I think I'll have to read about that when I get up there. Dice-wise, we have 6, 6, 4. I feel like we should take the lower numbers, leave the 6s, and go 4, 4. Ooh, but we do want to try and complete this up here. Those dice are locked in place. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and also we got something fancy. Man, we got to go back to the board. So we have unlocked a couple things. Crusade cards, ways to gain defense, clergy training. Too far. Okay, so we are at the bishop level, which means player receives 3 more peasants moved for the rest of. No, that's not it. Oh, so that's what we're about to get. Wow, we actually should be moving 3. Oh, wow, we should be, excuse me. We actually should be moving 3 people each round instead of 2, so we'll screw the pooch a little bit there. So we just passed the priest level. Player gains 2 resources of their choice 1 time, and may gain 1 permanent defense if the player has a chapel built. Oh, we don't have a chapel built. Wah, wah, wah. We do gain 2 resources of any kind. It looks like there's a pretty obvious choice here. We don't have any of this stuff, so let's get some sand. I think it's glass, actually. I'm not sure. So, yes. And we also gain 4 prestige. We are flying up that track. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, let's see. Next, what we are going to do is we have all these dice to allocate, but that's not what we're doing this next phase. This is where we send people on crusades. I thought we had a 3. I thought we had 2 3s here. Pretty sure I just tinkered with this because we did have 2 3s. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one down to a 3. 99% sure. Let me know in the comments below if I screwed that up. We'll send 2 people on this crusade, and hopefully we'll work on that crusade later. We still have a 6, a 6, and a 1. What are we going to need here? We could get 3 wood. Actually, it should probably depend on what we're planning on building here. So we should build something expensive. Gain 1 archer. Ooh, we do a battlement. Battlement seems like it might be the way to go. We're going to need 3 wood. So yeah, let's build this battlement. Put a 6 here. We gain 3 wood. Just like that. Grain's always good. We're going to need grain to feed people. We're also going to, yeah, so we'll go grain here, which is going to cost us, so we get 2 of that. So 2 grain. Then we have 1 dice left. Oh no, I don't think there's anything we can do with it. Wah, wah. We didn't plan that out the best. Yeah, nothing we can do is really going to help us, so we're just going to eat that die. Alright, so, tongue in cheek. Let's see. Back to the, so we move resources and installations. Next, we're going to move our peasants, and we actually get to move 3 peasants, not 2. So we'll go 1, 2. Ooh, but here's the thing. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go 1, 2, 3. Because here's where it's starting to get tricky, because we can't put people in the pews until we move the people forward. So yeah, that's oh, I see some strategery there. So we moved to peasants. Now we're going to build. We talked about building that battlement. Let's do it. Oh, and also we're going to put this guy in the brewery. So now we collect 1 extra coin for each working peasant at the end of the round. That's great. So we built our battlement. It's going to cost us 6. We don't have 6 coins. Golly! Oh man. Wait, but we can trade. We can trade during any phase. So I think we can trade during the last phase. So we'll trade, and we'll turn a sand into 5 coins, which we will turn around and spend 1 of those coins. Oops. Turn around and spend 1 of those coins, so we'll get 4 coins back. And now we'll be able to build this. So it's going to cost us 6 coins, so we'll spend 5 and the 1, which we didn't collect. 3 wood. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I didn't think I purchased anything. Oh, well. I'll purchase something next round. So we got 3 wood, which goes right there. 1 grain, 1 stone, 1 sand. That was a pretty expensive building, but that just gave us 10 victory points. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm assuming since we just built it, it gives us our 1 defense, which is good. We'll need that later on. And so that was our building phase. Gardening, farming, feeding. So we still don't have any gardening. We're still not doing any feeding. None of that stuff. Farming. So we're going to feed our people. And we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 people, which means we still only spend 2 grain. So that's good for now. Even though I'm feeling next round we're probably going to be higher than that. Combat darkness. Move darkness. We fought the darkness. So that's good for us, but it is getting close. It's getting close. We're staying 1 ahead of it, and collect our income. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1 extra coin for each working peasant. Wow, so that's $14. Is that right? Let me look. Let me come to this cheat sheet over here real quick to make sure that's right, because wow, that would be just a boatload of money. So we have the brewery. Earn 2 prestige immediately. Built when activated, the player must collect 1 extra coin during the income phase for every working peasant in their abbey. Wow. So this, okay, sweet. So we get plenty of money on that. So I'm seeing that there's different ways. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's just a solo game. I'll get my impressions after the video. So let's keep going. So we build, we garden, we combated the darkness, we collected our income, we did not complete our crusade reward, so we're not going to purchase new crusades. We reset the board, and just like that. So yeah, this game is actually kind of going by pretty quickly. I bet those slide down. I bet they really do. I bet it's one of those systems, which I like those systems, so things get cheaper. But hey, whatever. So we have done that. We're going to roll to see what Elias is doing. So this will be up here. So he blocks these once again. Thanks for taking the stables, Elias. I hate your guts. And then down here, he once again takes the initiative. Thanks a lot, Elias. And he has a 5, so he blocks the bonus down here. And then let's see what our event is. Yeah, I'm starting to get this. More Vikings! Oh no! So let's see what the Vikings are doing. He's still the first player, so he still has to deal with it. A 3 and a 5. So does he have a 3? He does have a 3. So he will play a 3. And I was actually supposed to roll my dice. Whoopsie daisy. All these dice. Surely. Oh, I only have 8 now, because 2 of them are on Crusades. So one of these has to be a 5, or else... Ooh, yeah. Because I haven't built my blacksmith yet. I could be in trouble. Because I don't want to lose a peasant, even though I haven't used all the peasants yet. So, 5. Got it. 5. Bam. I think I could also use a 6. So, anywho, I gain 1 prestige for doing that. Vikings are defeated. Hooray! So, that was pretty simple. That dice is now gone, though, from the game. Elias's dice. So, I could see how that could get difficult. These are the dice that I have remaining, and we move on to the Abbey and Crusade dice placement. Do I have 3s? I do have a 3. I'll place my 1 3 there. I only have a 1 1. Wow. So, place a new guy right there. We're going to have to feed. Then we got some high numbers here. So I feel like we should, kind of a no-brainer, go 4 5 6 right here, which will make us go 1 2 3. So we would gain 6 victory points, and we now get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We now also gain, we're going to be able to move 6 people each round. So these people are going to start getting to that baptistry lightning quick, which means we're going to start building more buildings on our turns. If I'm doing this correctly, which I think I am. So we got $5 left. Let's plan out what we want to do. Do we want to purchase a building? I think we probably do. Purchase building cards? Yes. So, let's see. The Monk's Quarter. What's the Monk's Quarter do right here? Gain 1 extra die to be used the rest of the game. I don't have any extra die to be used the rest of the game, so the Monk's Quarter is useless to me. We have the Farm. Place a 1 sheep in the barn when farming. 1 sheep equals 2 food or 2 prestige at the end of the game. Place 1 sheep in the barn when farming. So I can get numerous sheep farms, or let's see what this guy does. The Cloister. Gain 1 defense. That one seems like a pretty decent one. Or actually, I should probably look at see what I have in my hand. That seems like a novel concept as well. The battlement, the bell tower, the blacksmith. I really like the blacksmith. I think we should focus on the blacksmith, actually, this game. Because that's going to help us with the crusades. So, blacksmith, we're going to need 1 coin. Should not be a problem. 1 wood, 1 stone, and 1 glass. So, we might just go down, because this is going to cost us, is this 6 down here? This 6? Is this the expensive one? Where's the number? Where's the number? 2, 3, 5. So this is 5. Oh, but they blocked the bonus. Okay. I'm worried about feeding all my people. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because we're actually going to start, okay, we still have to pay 2 grain, so we are going to need to get a grain. And yeah, so we're going to get 1 of these, and that is, so yeah, as we progress, it seems like it's getting a little bit tighter money-wise. Excuse me, a little bit tighter just in general. So we have resource and initiative selection. We can move our peasants. We can move 6 peasants. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, bam. So we gained a defense. We already did that. I don't know if we were supposed to do that, but maybe. Oh, I think we get the 10 victory points. Actually, did we already get the 10 victory points? Pretty sure we already gained the 10 victory points. So we don't do that. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's how it was. So we just use our 6, and we're going to continue forward. So, We did that. Purchase building cards. Purchase building cards. We don't want to purchase any building cards. Resource initiative. We already did that. Move peasants. We are on to the building phase. Can we build the blacksmith safely? Yes, I think we can, and we will. So we will spend a coin, just like that. We will spend a wood. We'll spend a stone. We'll spend this guy, and actually, we still have 2 grain. I misread that. So the blacksmith is now ready to rock and roll. So I think we get 6 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is at 49. And once we get somebody into the baptistry next round, we can start activating that, and that will help us out with our crusades. So we build, we garden, farm, feed, and we're back to that phase again. And we still don't have anything garden farming going on variety-wise. So we feed our 8 people with our 2 grain, and look at this. We have nothing down here. All we have is coins. Holy moly. But we could trade. I don't feel like we should trade. Yeah, maybe we should trade right now. How about we trade, just to be safe, we'll trade in 6 coins for 2 grain, just to have and to hold. Just to have and to hold on to. So that was that phase. We collect our income for everybody working, and since we have the bar now, we get the brewery, we're going to get paid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting 16 bucks. Holy moly, we should have bought 3 grain. We're getting paid. So, a lot of money down there, which I'm assuming is victory points at the end of the game. Or you can even spend money to do defense. I think, maybe I'm wrong. Collect income, collect crusade rewards. We still completed that. And reset. So, we get all of our dice back. Boom, 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 boom. Did we fight the darkness? Yeah, I think we did. No, we didn't. We did not fight the darkness because 1, 2, 3, and we've completed 3 rounds because we've built 3 buildings. So yeah, we are at the darkness phase. So right now we are tied at darkness. So the next round we absolutely have to do darkness, and we have 2 rounds remaining, I do believe. So let's reset the board. Get this guy down here. I'm still pretty sure it slides, but hey, whatever. We're gonna stick with being the way we did it because we might be right. And we will roll, see what he's blocking. He's blocking this, and he's blocking this, so all of this is gone. Thanks, Elias, you jerk. So we have slim pickings to purchase, but we do have some cheap stuff to purchase, which is good. We will go ahead and roll our dice, and we're feeling a little light on the dice over here. Only 7 dice. So that's what we got. Let's see what Elias is doing down here. He's going to take the initiative once again. And he also blocks the glass once again. And, wow, I feel like we don't have many dice. Interesting. So, we roll our dice. We draw an event card. Let's see what's going to happen. Disaster! Rock slide at the quarry. No stone production this round. Players may still make trades to collect stone, so we cannot get any stone this round. That's not a big deal for us, I don't think, but I could see how that would be not advantageous in the game. That was a fancy word, advantageous. So, draw a event card. Abbey and Crusade dice placement. This is where we do our thing. We need to get 2 more people in the pews, I think. Do we even need to keep getting these people in the pews? Like, are we religious enough? I wonder. I don't know. So, last but not least, boom. So we finally get here. We're to the altar. We gain 1 defense, which is great. We gain 4 coins and 2 woods for some particular reason. Or maybe we're supposed to build the altar. Let's see this altar guy right here. 6. I like how this rule booklet's laid out. It's a very well done rule booklet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Construct buildings. Some buildings. No, where is this 6? Where the hell? Oh, so you gain. Oh, you can just construct it if you want to. So this guy is now, he's just here. I guess he has completed all of his training. But we can build that, and that will gain us a defense. Okay, I get it now. So, we are at the Cardinal. So we get 1 more permanent defense, which we did collect, so that's good. So we're good to face the darkness this round with no problems. And so yeah, I guess we're not going to place any more high number dice there, which means I guess we're going to be able to place them over here, which is kind of good. So what do we need to build? What do we need to get? We're going to need 3 grain guaranteed. So grain, I feel like, is definitely something we should be placing. Can we do anything with the Abbey? Yes, we can complete this. So we have done our crusade. Purchase a building. Do we want Merchants Guild? Stone maybe purchased at 3 and traded for 4. That sounds decent. Gain 1 defense for another cloister. That sounds pretty good too. Monks quarters. I think that's the one that gives us an extra die, which we can't even use because there's no more enough dice. Gate tower. Battlement. We could build a battle. I feel like the battlement's really a good call. It's victory points. It's a lot of victory points. It's defense. It's going to cost us 6 coins. No problem. 3 wood. We need wood. That's also if we want to get an altar. So we should really focus on getting some wood this turn. In addition, so wood and grain, I think that is the name of the game here. So we are going to modify this, turn it into a 2, as per the ability up there. We'll go collect the bonus. Boom. So we get 1 grain. We get 3 wood. And now we resource in the selection, move our peasants and build if we can, but I don't think we're going to be able to build this round. So move our peasants, we're going to be able to build 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So we moved a whole bunch of peasants up. We're going to build. I don't think we can build anything. We are lacking resources. Yeah, we can't build anything. We are going to garden farm feed. And wow, we're flying through these rounds. So at this point, we're now feeding 3 grain because we got a whole bunch of people going on over here. So yeah, we feed all our grain. Garden combat feeding. Collect our... Oh, move the darkness. So we combat the darkness, which is 6. We have 7. We're good. And woo, we're getting close to the end of the game. And we collect income, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I wonder if these are the actual working ones. I feel like we might be cheating a little bit here. I'm going to go back at the end of the game and check that out. I'm not going to do it right now because we've already played so far for that. But this seems like this is a lot of money we're collecting because we're collecting 20 coins. I don't think that's right. I really don't think that's right because I have like all the 5s. Yeah, we're going to flip the script and we're just going to say that we did that wrong the whole time. So we're going to collect 8 because we have 4 plus 1. And then we're also going to return, say, I don't know. We'll return $16. We'll return $16 because we've only had the brewery for 1 round. Hopefully that balances everything out. Because I think there's no way that we're doing this correctly, I don't think. So, we could have built the altar too. I forgot about that. Maybe we'll do that next round. So collect our income, collect crusade rewards, purchase new crusades. Oh yeah, boom. Collect crusade rewards, which means we get our dice back. Get some more meeples, which we don't need. We get 6 victory points, which, as we mentioned before, would normally be hidden, but in this case, they're not going to be. We get this guy and an extra bag. Cool, we get an extra bag. So, extra bag is here. So we got an extra bag. Even though I'm not really using the bag too terribly much, every once in a while. I imagine in a multiplayer game, those would become much, much more helpful because a lot of spots are going to get blocked. So, crusade is gone. Do we want to purchase? We'll purchase 1 more crusade. We'll do 1 more. We'll do 1 more. That one looks like an easy one too. So that's a nice crusade to start with. It's going to cost us 1 coin. Boom. And I believe this is the last round. Let me make sure. So 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, 4 round, 5 rounds, 6 rounds, 7 rounds. Did we do that correctly? I want to make sure. At the end of the 7th round, players may take their final trades, then count up all the prestige. So this was 1 round, and we moved up. 2 rounds, and we moved up. 3 rounds, we moved up. 4 rounds, we moved up. 5 rounds, we moved up. 6 rounds, and we'll move up. Yes. Because there is... So, for instance, if you're playing the basic game, the last round will end on 8. So this is not the last round. I think we have 2 rounds left. Maybe. Yeah, I think we have 2 rounds left. So, anyway, continuing, let's roll our dice. Let's see what happens. Let's roll Elias's dice first, see what he's going to do. Because he has... I feel like this has been really easy. So I don't know if the Vikings are supposed to be more or less challenging. I'm sure someone will hopefully fill me. Oh, so that's a really good rule. Nothing gets blocked. And 2 and 5 get blocked, so no bonus wood, no bonus to that stuff. And we do an event. Oh, we roll our dice first. Yep. We got a lot of dice back. Yeah! Alright. So we got our dice. Let's roll, do the next event. Oh, duh! We skipped around. We did. Holy moly, because we actually have 2 more rounds left. So we should be here. I don't pay much attention. Mice found in grain. Each player loses 1 grain. I don't have a grain. Ha 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 ha. They ate all my grain. So, we're going to, you know what? I actually think I'm going to call it at this point, and I'm going to come back, read the rule booklets, and maybe do another thing and see what exactly we did correctly or incorrectly. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game. So I don't normally like to call the games early, but I'm getting an actual warning from my iPad that says we're about to run out of space. So this seems like a good spot to stop the game. But yeah, we had a year of plenty coming and more Vikings coming. But I'll flip it around, give you my impressions on the game. So let's put this right there. That's where I'm going to be sitting. Yeah, I'll be there in just a second. Wait for me. Alright, so that was the King's Abbey. As you can see, there's quite a lot of moving parts, quite a lot going on. I think we did most of it correct. I'm going to go back through the rules and read a couple things, and this is why I really like solo games. You know, I don't think this game was initially designed as a solo game. It doesn't give me that vibe. And actually, as a solo game, assuming we're doing it correctly, I don't know if I'd revisit this. I really don't. Which is unfortunate. But that also might be because we're doing it correctly. So what do I like about the game? What do I dislike about the game? I like how everything works. I like how it's a very forgiving worker placement game. Having the option to trade twice per turn allows you to really do what you want. And I think my wife in particular is going to like that because she's one of those people. Take for a ride example. She hates when she's not able to do everything she wants to do. She likes to be able to do every single thing she wants to do. And I feel like this game is very forgiving and it's going to allow you to do that. Also, components, very top notch. Everything seems pretty straightforward. Like you look at everything when you're first starting, you're like, oh my god, what is all of this? What the hell is going on? But it actually seems pretty straightforward. These cards are very helpful, and they even have the bonuses listed on the back for all the different buildings, so that is top notch. So components are nice. The rule booklets are very well done. You know, I told you I might be having some issues with the rules, like I might have missed a thing or two. But that's honestly because I don't want to spend like 40 minutes going through the rules during a gameplay video. But they feel very streamlined, very nice, and that's a good thing because I could see this game really going off the rails if the rules were bad. As it stands now, I imagine there's probably 3 or 4 little things that we're doing incorrectly that might add up and might make a completely different play experience. But with that being said, I imagine when we add more players, this is really going to be a drastically different experience. And it seems like it's a very interesting worker placement. I feel like this is going to be more of a race kind of worker placement, where you're going to be able to do whatever the heck you want to do, but you got to make sure you're doing it right, because if you don't do it right, then you're screwed. Also, I feel like in the solo version of the game, and we also were playing with the easy mode, where we started with a bunch of nice stuff, which might make it more difficult. I feel like the Vikings are going to be more of an issue when you have more players, because right now the Vikings seem very easy to me, especially with Elias, and he's got 3 meeples that I'm able to use, and I'm able to use his dice if I want to. So they don't really pose that great of a threat in the solo game. Same with the darkness chart. I really didn't feel like the darkness chart was looming. Like, it seems like there's a lot of ways to really gain more defense, which is good. But granted, that also might have been because I skipped around on accident or something like that. So overall, am I digging it? Yeah, I'm digging it. It feels, I'm very excited to get to the table with more people and see how the gameplay changes from the solo. But overall, I do. I like it quite a good deal. The theme doesn't really, I don't enjoy the theme that much, but then again, I really don't enjoy the Lords of Waterdeep theme or a lot of worker placement game themes. So yeah, so far, King's Abbey, I will put it like this. I enjoy the gameplay. I find this to be a very intriguing game. Solo game-wise, I don't think I would revisit it unless I was doing something drastically wrong that would make it more difficult. But I like a little bit more challenge in my solo games, and I've mentioned that before in some of my other solo videos. I don't really like games that are just like, see if you how high of a score you can get. I like games that are like, you're going to be defeated. I like more of a challenge in my solo games. But let me know what you thought. Let me know if you played this before and if I screwed up any of the rules, because I'm going to go through the rule booklet, but it's always nice to hear from somebody else to say, hey, you screwed up. But yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the game in general in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.